So I've been asked to talk on ACI, Relive video, so I'm going to stick to that. I'll demonstrate the surgical techniques of ACI. So ACI is autologous chondrocyte implantation. We all know it's a two-stage procedure. The first stage is to harvest the cartilage plug, and second stage is to implant it. So the first stage is generally done with arthroscopy. So I'm going to go into that. So generally, after it's a routine arthroscopy. Once arthroscopy is done, this is the traditional cartilage harvesting instrument. Using that instrument, you take the plug. Preferably the areas, donor areas, or a non-weight bearing area, or the notch areas. Earlier I used to do at the medial parapatellar gutter from that, but then the donor morbidus situa is slightly higher at this place. So I prefer now switch to the notch area. It is a typical 6 mm harvesting instrument, but now they have reduced it to 4 mm. And also there is a certain studies going on where they are planning to harvest with J needle biopsy, and then with that they are able to give you the cartilage implant to the second stage. So stage 1 is just a harvesting. Once harvesting is done, then you are going to get the cartilage plug back after 3 weeks, and the second stage is a traditional open procedure. So this is generally an open procedure because it's very difficult to do this technique in arthroscopy. So you need to go with a traditional open procedure. I'm going to show the video. So it's a classic midline incision, and after the midline incision, it's a routine medial parapatellar arthrotomy, and then you expose the knee joint like a classic open arthrotomy incisions. Then depending on the area where the cartilage damage is there, then you start preparing that area, whether it's a patella or a medial femoral condyle or lateral femoral condyle. First you need to debride the bed of the cartilage defect, thoroughly remove all the debris and expose the subchondral bone thoroughly and stabilize that area. Make sure you stabilize the margins of the defect. There should not be any loose ends of the cartilage defect. Then only the cartilage that you are going to implant is going to sit nicely and grow nicely. So make sure you remove the debris thoroughly, stabilize the margins of the defect, and then the next step is to make the micro drill holes into the defect. So it depends on whether you have a microfracture hole, you can use that, or you can use a classic K-wires of 1.8 mm or 2 mm size. So spread this K-wire at a different places with a gap of 3 to 5 mm in between the holes. Make sure you don't overcrowd it because it might damage the subchondral plate, and that might lead to negative consequences. So make sure you spread it between 3 to 5 mm area between the two holes, and prepare multiple holes spread across the defect. And once that is done, wash out that area, remove all the debris from the keyhole thoroughly. Yeah, after washing it, then you can dry it up, thoroughly dry it up. Use a gauze piece if you have to dry it up. Slowly start pressing the cartilage plug. The lab guy should have prepared it. So slowly start injecting it. Make sure you don't put it all together once, it might spill out. So slowly, ml by ml, let it come out and cover the defect. But make sure you cover the defect with the gauzes, because we don't want this chondrocyte to spread everywhere into the soft tissue and resulting in the fibrous union of the soft tissue. So slowly start filling up the defect. Make sure you cover up all the area. Yes. Sometimes the needle gets blocked. If you leave a gap of a few seconds, the needle gets blocked. So make sure you keep changing the needles if you have to. But whenever you feel the block, make sure you change the needle and inject it, because if you use force, then it might open and that might spill everywhere. So once it is dried up, leave it a gap of around 8 to 10 minutes period. Once it is dry up, take a small, you get this soft needle. So touch the area where you've implanted, whether it is sticking to it or whether it is loose or not. Once you touch it and if there is no loosening of the cartilage, then you can take the knee to a range of motion exercises. And once the range of motion is done, and recheck it once again, whether the cartilage plug is there within the right position or not. So after the ROM, we look back into that area where you have implanted it and make sure it is thoroughly solid enough. So the key is here is to make good drill holes, stabilize the margins, preparing the defect, and waiting for sufficient time till it is dry and non-sticky. Once it is dry, take it to an ROM and then recheck it, and that's a stage 2 procedure. But preferably, depending on the area of the defect, you can keep the knee position. Suppose in the patella, you can avert the patella by doing an orthotomy, or if you are in the medial femoral condyle or in the lateral femoral condyle, then you can take them into an anti-gravity position, either when if it is in a posterior area, you can go into an extreme flexion, or depending on the area, you can keep the knee in the anti-gravity position and implant this cartilage. Thank you.